What's up, guys? Wife walking by. What's up, guys? Brian, Callahan Garage. So we are on the second part of getting our 57 back on the road. I kind of got screwed by Facebook, and I'm going to show you how. Marketplace just killed me this time. So my other transmission is got a problem, as you guys saw, with the case. Now I was able to repair it, but unfortunately the counter shaft pin is also wore out, so we're kind of just trying to find a good new case for that one. So I bought this for 500 bucks. Now, I looked at it, I took the cover off, everything looked good, it was in shape. It had a bell housing on it. I got it home and I looked at it closer and realized this is cracked. And then because of moving this, it moved the front shaft, which also knocked off one of the rings. Now that's not that problem, but then I was like, well, why did that break? Because the gears all look like they're in great shape. And I'm gonna show you why. By the way, I was able to get a drive shaft, so that's good. So we put this drive shaft in there and it gets jammed up. Won't go any further. Well, couldn't figure out why, and I started looking at it. Well, clearly what's happened is somebody has damaged or at least screwed up some of the teeth in here. So what they tried to do was hammer this in, which then broke the casing. Well, a casing or coupler or whatever that is. So what we're gonna have to do, unfortunately, is disassemble this, fix that, and we're back to rebuilding a transmission. We'll probably not rebuild it, just pull it together, but let me get some angles and we'll actually change the angle and show you kind of how we're gonna do this and what this looks like inside. So give me a couple minutes and we'll get right back to you. Come on. Can't win for losing these days. Thanks for watching. All right, so when I originally looked at this transmission, mind you, it was in the parking lot of a McDonald's, but all the rings were there. But what happened is, from this moving forward too much, the ring has fallen off. And you can see it's down there. So I could probably pull the front and then try to, slide it all out and then fix it that way. But unfortunately, with the threads in the back that are bad, we're gonna need to just pull this whole thing apart. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and undo all this, pull it apart, and then we'll take a little better look of it and see if we can change the seals out and get this thing back together. So let me get it apart and I'll get back with you guys in a few minutes. All right, so I took it off there. I want you to take a look at our first issue. So this was clearly probably sitting in the dirt at some point. And you can see the threads are just not in great shape. Normally I would probably just replace the whole shaft. I am going to try to see if we can clean it up and fix it, just because I'm trying to get this car back on the road and I'm waiting on, there's a new designer case coming out by the Muncie 4-speed guy, which I'm hoping to get one. Let me see if we can clean this up a little bit and see if we can make that shaft actually go on there. So let's give it a shot and I'll get back to you in a second. All right, I cleaned it up the best I could. In reality, you would normally just replace the whole shaft. But we're trying to do a budget build, and kind of get this car back on the road. We've got so many things to buy. Look at that, perfect. But that works, so now that solves that problem. The other problem that we were having is, well, of course got a broken ear, but details, is now we have to go ahead and pull this out and fix the front plate. So let's flip this back over. Oh, and I did find, so I was wrong. When I must have looked at it, I could see this in there and it looked like it was in good shape, but clearly it has been broken. So, it's just better just to buy a $2,000 transmission and call it a day. But I don't have $2,000, and that's where I'm at. Come on. All right, there she is. All right, as we dug a little deeper, I don't know if you can pick this up on camera, but it was a bearing failure, which explains most of it. Yeah, that thing is, it's like riding over a cobblestone road. Now the question is, can I get this bearing? Because the other one is a different size. I don't know, I have to check. But yeah, that's where we're at. You know, I'm gonna leave the countershaft in for right now, because honestly, it's working. I don't really want to mess with it today, and I don't have those bearings. So I'm gonna see if I got this one, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. So we got the transmission pretty much rebuilt, but we can't seem to get the pin out for the reverse shaft. So I grinded it down on the back side, and you can barely see the pin there. Like it has been like welded in there or something. So I got to figure out how to get that out. I think I'm gonna try to drill it maybe. I've played it with it for like an hour. So let's see if we can drill it out and we'll go from there. But man, I've never seen anything like this. So hopefully we get that done and get this transmission back together. Hopefully. All right, guys, we are now moved away from the transmission. I did get it back together. I'll show you a quick video of what that looks like. But I wanted to move on to something I thought you guys would, I think it's pretty cool. Back in the day when you wanted to like put disc brakes on your old car, you couldn't just buy a kit offline to convert it. Like now you can go on to every website in the world. They have like 5 different, they got big brake kits, they got all sorts of stuff. So this has been converted to disc brakes in the front, and we're gonna send those out to get them turned. But the last time I did this, it was impossible to figure out what year these came off of, because instead of buying a kit, you just basically took them off another car that would work, Chevy or something like that. And that's kind of what they did back in the day, because they didn't have access to like, hey, let's pull this off. So it's really literally like interchanging parts. And yeah, these are pretty small little disc brakes, but for what we're doing, they're going to be just fine. Let's see if we can get this off here real quick, and then I know this bearing is bad because when I was moving the tire on it, it definitely is bad. It could be loose, but it's probably bad. So let's see if we can get this off here. There we go. Grab me a bungee cord, wait. Yeah. Ow, my knee. Come on.
I was thinking go from right here.
Voila. Could it just be that they didn't have it set right.
What?
Because this grease looks new. Like
Yeah, like within the last
like
5 years or so.
the bearing feels perfect.
Yeah,
I still think it was on there tight enough.
yeah.
All right, guys, don't die of shock, but I do finally actually have a working transmission. Now, it did take, Rob and Peter to pay Paul for the other transmission, but I was able to get this one fixed. It is ready to go back in the car. New gaskets, new almost everything except for the gears. So I'm going to clean it up, paint it up, and, paint it black, finally put it back. But it's been 2 years since we've had a transmission in this car. And we're getting that much closer to getting this thing running. So hopefully real soon. So thanks for watching, by the way. You guys ever heard that old saying, failure is not an option? Clearly it is. So the drive shaft I bought is too big. I mean, my microphone even quit working, so yeah, I don't even know if you can hear this. But we got the transmission in, gas tank's in. I'm gonna have to try to get this cut down because it's like 4 inches too long. But next episode, hopefully, we will hear this car run, and then we'll just have to clean it up and get it ready for a test drive. This sucks. Thanks for watching.